Kickoff is end over end and short. Going to be fielded at the 27-yard line by Ty Snyder. Snyder makes a man miss, and now he's up the near sideline, and it is to the house time. Kickoff return for a touchdown. Greater St. Helens League Player of the Year, Ty Snyder. Deep coverage down the middle of the field for the Storm here. Beaumont rolls to the near side, loads up deep, goes deep, man out there's Kelsey. Kelsey goes up and makes the catch for the touchdown! Ridgefield! Freshman Landon Kelsey. Nate Semlich will inbound. Spudders get the turnover, chance to tie. Zach Ward with the basketball. Hughes pump fakes, creates some space. Oh my God, timeout! Oh my God!
The 2-2 again. Swung on, this one might get down into the gap, and it does. All the way to the fence, and this one could clear the bases, make it a hard turn at second, and then the stop sign goes up, throw goes into third, and it gets by, but the cutoff man sneaks in behind the third baseman. Spudders take a 2-run lead. Drew Hardeloo, a bases loaded 3 RBI double.
Herschel faces up and passes it back towards the center of the field, and a nice touch pass off of that action. Barnett clapping for the ball back. Claire Jones doesn't see her, shoots it with the right foot, and it's in! Just over the hands of Lobdell. What a shot from down the center of the field from about 25 yards out. Claire Jones.
Cunningham sends it back into the middle of the box, chested down by Willis and volleyed with the left leg. Now stops on a dime, shoots right foot, and it's in off the goalie's hand, off the top bar and down. Another instant replay of Hey Jude, his 7th of the year, 2-1 Spuds.
Hello and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to tonight's live stream broadcast here on N2 Media. It's the first of 2 games streaming live this week, and we've got a dandy on our hands here. The Fort Vancouver Trappers coming to Ridgefield to take on the Ridgefield Spudders here at the Hot Potato this evening. Fort Vancouver now a part of the 1A Trico League for the 2nd season, formerly of the 2A Greater St. Helens League. This used to be a common league matchup, but now it is a non-league contest, and Fort Vancouver comes in with a 1-1 record overall. Ridgefield 2-1 on the season. Nick Sisson here on behalf of Ridgefield, Fort Vancouver, and N2 Media providing tonight's live stream play-by-play coverage. Fort Vancouver recently taking on the R.A. Long Lumberjacks, a home game for them at Fort Vancouver. They actually had the lead a couple moments in the 3rd quarter against the Lumberjacks, but ultimately R.A. Long was able to stave off a upset-minded Fort Vancouver team. Some would say not upset-minded. Sorry, just had a question from somebody pop up. Back to that. Yes, Fort Vancouver, not an upset if they would have beat R.A. Long potentially. I would agree with that. They got a pretty solid team. A lot of the coaches that I've talked to so far around the area have pegged Fort Vancouver and Kingsway Christian as probably the co-favorites to win the Trico League, and that's saying a lot considering Seton Catholic is also in the same league as both Fort and Kingsway. That doesn't mean that Seton Catholic should be counted out by any stretch of the imagination. But, yeah, I mean, it's saying a lot about how Fort Vancouver has developed and come to this point right here. They got a lot of good athletes out here on the team. We're going to get to know them as we go through the matchup here. Meanwhile, Ridgefield already played 3 games on the young season, and they lost the season opener to Kelso by 5. They battled all the way to the end. They found themselves down by double digits in the second half, and even in that in the late 3rd quarter portion, worked it all the way back to a 3-point deficit with about 1 or 2 seconds left on the clock. So a lot to be said about their ability to compete with bigger schools. They did defeat Kelso last season, but the Highlanders have got a pretty good team this year, so that's not a loss that you should really be upset about if you're a Ridgefield Spudders supporter. They have already taken on La Center from the 1A Trico, as well as the WF West Bearcats from the EVCO 2A. That's the most recent game where Ridgefield defeated WF West 68-42. So I think that we're in for a good one here tonight. This is always a great atmosphere to be at. We're very thankful to have the doors open down here at Ridgefield High School, and we've seen plenty of action between these two teams over the last 5 seasons of basketball. This is our 6th season of coverage total on N2 Media here when it comes to the Greater St. Helens League contests. So it's really cool to see some familiar teams hook up here tonight. We got about a minute and a half until we're going to get pregame introductions. I will not have picture-in-picture here tonight with the scoreboard, but I do have a score bug that I'm going to go ahead and put on the screen here so we can keep track of what's going on here in the ball game. I'll do my best to tell everybody what we're looking at as far as time on the clock as the game goes along. We do have the live stream comment section going. Feel free to type in where you're watching from, who you're rooting for. Share the live stream with friends and family, and make sure you're subscribed to our channel / page wherever you happen to be watching. We're going to have pregame introductions here with Bob Meek, as I call him, Bobtimus Prime. Jake Moe's in the live stream comment section. Jake, what's up, my guy? You're a dedicated guy, man. You're always on the live stream. I love it.
We count on everyone to show good sportsmanship, including our students, coaches, athletes, and all of you cheering in the stands. Please take pride in leading by example. Show support.
Jake, what's the score in the Monday night football game with Philly and the Chargers? I know you're my score guy, so.
And now the starting lineup for Fort Vancouver. Number 2, senior Sam Howard. Number 3, junior Isaiah Barajas. Number 4, senior Guy Starks. Number 5, senior Jackson Akot. And number 11, senior Leighton Lavender. And now the starting lineup for your Ridgefield Spudders. Starting at guard, a 6-foot junior, number 3, Ty Thompson. Also at guard, a 6'4" junior, number 4, Mount Underwood. And at guard, a 6'4" senior, number 5, Jameson McMahon. Also starting at guard, a 6'3" senior, number 21, Henry Wickstrom. And last but not least, a guard, 6'4" senior, number 23, Kevin Perry. Head coach is Jason Buffalo, assistant Matt Wetterow, Marcus Henley, Tanner Slag, the volunteers of CJ Stubling, Greg Ford, Michael Ardius, and Kevin Shree. And we'd also like to take a moment to welcome our officials tonight and thank them for their commitment to tonight's event. Let's make sure we show them the respect they deserve. They take on one of the toughest roles out here, and their work makes nights like this possible for our student athletes. Officials are off limits, so save that energy.
We're going to have the national anthem here, so we're going to pause for that, and then we'll have the tip-off very shortly after. Very nicely done. The national anthem performed by one of the cheerleaders. I should know the name, but I didn't do any research, so shame on me. And the Spudders student section already ringing in the "I believe we will win" chant. Fort Vancouver and Ridgefield about ready to tip off here at the Hot Potato. Bobby Pallotta, what's up, my man? I got some stuff figured out as the Spudders control the tip. Already Ridgefield moving it to McCann at the top of the circle. His first three ball off the mark. Rebound, Trappers. Baraha with the ball, gets it outside. Jackson Appelt, his shot just a little bit short from downtown. And it's Henry Wickstrom bringing it up. Dimes it off, beautifully far block. 2 points for Ridgefield, as it is Gavin Perry with the first bucket. Far side, live and good on the block. Nice up and under scoop with the right hand. Clinical move there by Live and Good. And a double team near half court. Wickstrom has to tuck the ball and protect it. Leighton Live and Good with the first bucket for Fort Vancouver. McCann with it, head fakes, puts it on the deck. Head fakes again, tries to get under the defender, can't do it, instead gets rid of it. Far wing now, off the dribble drive. Wickstrom, opposite hand, near side, off the window. Very nice shot there by Henry Wickstrom. And it is 4-2 Ridgefield. Far side, Guy Starks off the dribble, going at Underwood, tucks the ball, throws up a wild shot, and there's Live and Good. Offensive rebound, shoulders into Perry, gets a friendly roll, and 4 points now for Live and Good, and we're tied up 4 apiece. Double team, far side, McCann needs some help. And he throws it all the way back to the near side. Wickstrom receives it, throws up a three, no good. Underwood, offensive rebound. Goes up right in front of the foul line, misses, and we're going to get a foul over the back on the Spuds. Couple good looks there. One by Underwood after that offensive rebound. Fort Vancouver bringing it across. This is Sam Howard getting the Trappers into their offense. And it looks like it's going to flow through Live and Good, who's going up against Perry. And I think he traveled. Yes, sir, that is the call. Tried to take an extra step after the up and under head fake. 5:44 to go, opening quarter, 4 apiece. And some full court pressure here by Fort Vancouver. Ball in the hands of Jamison McCann, fresh off of a 36-point performance against WF West. Thompson swings a pass to Underwood from 8 on the baseline. And that's a great sign for Malik Underwood and Ridgefield. Quick trigger with confidence, hitting the shot. Little pick and roll action to Live and Good. And Live and Good connects again. 6 apiece now. McCann jabs right, jump stop in the paint, tough shot, gets the roll. McCann with his first bucket. Both teams looking to get inside. And again, Fort Vancouver playing through Live and Good down low. Perry leaves his feet, a kick to Live and Good, who's trying to stretch the offense a little bit to the far corner. His 3-ball off the mark. And the ball nearly thrown away. It gets to McCann, and McCann misses another triple. Rebound, Fort. Pushing the pace is Howard, and Howard loses control out of bounds. Ball nearly lost at half court. And it's still loose on the floor. And it's going to go out of bounds. It'll remain with Ridgefield. And we're going to get a whistle and a sub. Coming into the game is Nathan Moriarty for Fort Vancouver. 8-6 Ridgefield. Nice feed, but on the baseline, not a lot of space for Underwood. Got it to Perry, who gets it to Wickstrom. Wickstrom back to Perry, shot clock. They say went off before the shot got off. Basket waved, 8-6, still the score. 3:50 left here in the first quarter. Pump fake far side, off the dribble, getting around McCann. Shot up, no good. Livengood keeps it alive, and he's going to foul over the back. It was Jackson Appelt, former Hudson's Bay Eagle there, to drive far side. Got a good look, and Livengood picks up his first personal, and it's the first team foul. Subbing in for Ridgefield, Talon Hood, number 10. Long pass gets to Henry Wickstrom. Long pass near side, gets to Hood. Hood gets the triple right away. So Hood with a quick trigger off the bench. Drive, scoop shot, just missed. Ridgefield the rebound, looking to push it up ahead, and it's intercepted, stolen back. Nice pass, Wickstrom to McCann. 13-6, the Spudders doing a good job here getting out and running. Fort Vancouver nearly came away with the turnover, but instead, Ridgefield doing a good job recovering. This ball's dribbled out of bounds. They say last touch, though, by Perry of Ridgefield. It's going to stay here with Fort with 2:53 to go, opening quarter. And Malik Underwood checking back in. Gavin Perry sitting down. Livengood working on Underwood. Battle of Woods. Ball stolen away. Trailing the play, Malik Underwood gets inside, muscles one up, and we've got a timeout on the floor. We're going to keep it on this end here. 15-6 after the bucket. I'll have to go back and recount points more than likely. I got Underwood and McCann each with 4, Hood with 3, Perry with 2, but I know that math doesn't math. I have to have 2 points for somebody else. I think it was for McCann, but I'm not 100%, so either way, thank you guys all for being with us here tonight. 2:38 left, opening quarter. It'll be Trapper basketball. Brino Masami will inbound it. Kick to the corner deflected by Hood. Out of bounds. It's going to stay here with Fort. Moriarty fires a pass to the elbow. Kick out back to Moriarty. He pulls the trigger and just short. Rebound goes to McCann. McCann just drives right to the hoop. Offensive foul. So Jamison McCann picking up the foul. Moriarty doing a good job getting back on defense and sacrificing his body to take the charge there. Whistles. Something not right there. The official here on the near side in front of us coming over to the scorer's table pointing at something far side. Now checking on something. So they wanted to come over and correct a foul call. The referee noticed that they had charged that foul to, it looked like Leighton Livingood, but who's not on the court. And that would have been on Fort Vancouver. He is on the court, excuse me. They wanted to make sure that it was charged to McCann, so they've made the adjustment. McCann now with 2 personals, got to be careful. He picked up 3 quick ones against Kelso. Your best ability is availability, so. Livengood, double teamed, fade, tough shot. Oh, Livengood. I believe he's got all 8. Underwood, hop step in the paint. Entry Perry, ball kicked out, now rotation. Hood gets it to Wickstrom, a deep 3. Cash money for Henry Wickstrom. 18-8. Ball nearly stolen. Now Moriarty gives it up. Near side, back up top to Masami. Whistle. We got something away from the ball during the shot. Now they do have that foul on Leighton Livengood. And he's going to sub out of the ball game with those fouls. Nice crossover up top. Wickstrom finds a backdoor cutter, and down the lane, Hood came, and Hood couldn't corral it, but Ridgefield recovers. Wickstrom picks up his dribble, looking for some help. Cash Gentleman into the ball game. Number 24, we're going to back the picture out real quick. Wickstrom nearly has his pocket picked, and he does. Guy Starks with it. Starks drives, fouled. We'll head to the line for 2. Matthew King in the comment section. What's up, Matthew? Asking if I'm going to be in Yakima this year for the state tournament. I mean, I definitely think I will for a little bit. I was meaning to figure that out with you. Definitely want to. But last couple years, the wife has been on FMLA, able to stay home, and now we're both back to work as Starks misses, and now we've got a whistle. It's going to be a foul on Fort Vancouver. So the answer is I do want to go, and I just got to get it all worked out. But I love going there, and I appreciate the invite, buddy. Fort Vancouver did score 1 there on the free throw to Starks. Nice press break. It's Gentleman right underneath the basket, can't hit. And now Fort Vancouver turning the ball over. Far side, Wickstrom bumped hard from behind, late whistle, right call, but took a while for it to happen. 18-9 here with 18.3 seconds to go here in the first quarter. And the first free throw is good from Wickstrom. Second on the way. Swished. A 20-point quarter now. Three ball down, up top, big bucket there. Good if it goes, and it's just off the mark. Last 3 there by Brino Masami, and that is going to do it here for the opening quarter. Ridgefield on top 20-12. Kyle Fowler, my man. Venmo time, 'tis the season. Don't forget, Nick is amazing. Matthew King, did you hear that? Nick is amazing. Wow. I love it. Second quarter of action upcoming. I've got Leighton live and good with 8, and Guy Starks with a single, and Brino Masami with 3 for Fort Vancouver. And I know I'm missing 2 points somewhere here. I'll have to rewind the game when I have a chance to go get the stats. But I got Underwood, McCann with 4, Wickstrom with 4, Talon Hood with 3, Gavin Perry with 2. Excuse me, Wickstrom has 5 for sure. Fort Vancouver with the basketball. And a trap near half court. Nice feed there on a cut from the baseline from Veniamin Koval, and Koval is going to head to the free throw line. Koval, a big man out there, 6'6" at least. They don't have rosters here, or excuse me, they don't have heights listed on the rosters here, so just guessing at this point. But he's a big man, that's for sure. First free throw is off left. Koval's second is good. Underwood goes up top. That's Thompson with it. Back to Underwood. Underwood near wing being guarded by Starks. Moves it top of the circle. Rotated far wing. McCann now with it. McCann jump stop. Might have traveled. Bumped. No call. Thompson fakes left. Drives inside. Kicks. Hood knew he missed it. Ball loose. Controlled by Hood. Fires a pass down low. Perry receives it. Kicks it out. Hood climbs the ladder to get it. Underwood splits 2 defenders. Goes up and a shot blocked. But a foul is called, I think, going up. And we're going to get free throws here for Underwood. And they got that foul on Veniamin Koval. And they've got that as his 3rd personal. Oof. Underwood hits the first. Wickstrom in for Hood. And live and good back in there for Koval. Underwood hits again. Guy Starks. Tough shot, good defense by Thompson. Wickstrom coming away with it. Starks reaches in. Wickstrom controls still. And now McCann comes out and gets it. Underwood nearly has it stolen, and it is stolen. And we got a foul. Oh, no, double dribble. And Masami does not seem to agree, as well as basically the entire Fort Vancouver coaching staff and fan base. It's going to be here on the near sideline. Entry coming up for Ridgefield. Howard back into the game for the Trappers. Underwood, hands off Wickstrom. Switch on defense there. Starks stays home. Nice play. That is clinical basketball there. Near side, ball rotated to the top, and Underwood occupying the space on the block, just sitting there. And receives the pass and lays it up and in. Tough shot under the hoop. Missed. Rebound Ridgefield. Underwood. Then Busy. Gets it to Thompson up top. Underwood drives inside. Drop step spin near side. Left hand. Great move. Just missed it. Live and good. Pass up ahead, nice dime. There is a bucket for Starks and an assist to Live and Good. Underwood kicks. This is Thompson. His three, no good. Perry, rebound. Hook shot, put back, no. Fort grabs the rebound. Live and good. Tough shot, gets the roll. Ted now for Live and good. And it's stolen. Up ahead. Starks gathers and scores. And we're going to get a timeout on the floor. We'll keep it here on the Ridgefield side. 24-17 or 24-19. 5:04 to go, second quarter. Timeout taken by Ridgefield. Thompson will walk it up. A deep three by McCann is off the mark. Perry offensive rebound. Backdoor, Thompson weaves his way through traffic and finds Wickstrom near wing. Block is called. It's going to go against Howard. Thompson being bothered by Baraha, gives it up. Wickstrom finds a cutter. Hood, left hand layup. No good. Good defense by Baraha without fouling. Live and good. Wow, what a move. Looked like he was going to go left hand, reverses it underneath near side with the right. 3-point game. Ball poked loose on the floor. Picked up by Ridgefield Underwood. It's a three off the mark from Wickstrom. Offensive rebound, ball loose, still loose. Saved back in play, whistle, and they're calling a travel. And again, another roar from the Fort Vancouver side. (24-21). Ridgefield gets possession back. Tough call there. Into the game is Jackson Appelt. Live and good will get a breather. And he's doing all the heavy lifting here so far. And we're going to get a foul immediately on the entry. Good sportsmanship there. It's Amari Smith-Miles who's going to be called for the foul. 4:01 to go in the quarter. Long inbound pass nearly thrown away. Thompson recovers. Underwood shakes and hits. Underwood's on one tonight. Masami brings it up, loses the ball, picked up by Ridgefield. High over the top, McCann. (28-21), foul on the drive. Jackson Appelt taking it to the hoop. And it's Underwood who's called for the foul. Live and good back in. Underwood sits for Ridgefield. Wickstrom, Hood, McCann as a three is up by Jackson. Appelt, big bucket there. Lead down to 4. Long pass up ahead Gets to Perry. Perry goes to Hood. Hood, head fakes, drives baseline, floats, and hits. Hood now with 5. Nice slip there. Livengood shouldering into contact. Nothing that Wickstrom could do there. That was just great position by Livengood. 14 for him on my unofficial score sheet. Good defense by Smith-Miles. Nearly a 5-second call. Perry still with a dribble. Ball fake. Gets it to Hood. Hood, quick trigger 3. Looks right. It is. Rebound tapped to Thompson. Thompson tries a bounce pass feed inside. Appelt is on top of it, and he has control. Timeout granted to the bench. 30-26 with 2:30 left. Fans, thank you so much for being with us here tonight. We got another one coming up on Friday. It'll be from Mark Morris High School. The Woodland Beavers come to town to take on the Mark Morris Monarchs. Tip-off scheduled for 7 p.m. Friday night. That'll be a really good game. We got a really good one going on right now here, 30-26. I got Leighton Livengood here with 14. Malik Underwood for Ridgefield with 9, leading them in scoring, again, unofficially. Jamison McCann with 6. I feel like one of those two has an extra 2, maybe 3 somewhere along the way. If you want to sit next to me and be a statistician, you're more than welcome to. It's going to be Fort Vancouver basketball. Internet signal running smooth here tonight at Ridgefield. Whistles. I don't know if they got the clock started on time. Zone defense by Ridgefield, a 3 far corner. Jackson Appelt. Another triple for him, and the inbound is stolen by Appelt. Immediately the ball loose underneath the basket and taken back by Wickstrom. And now this ball's thrown away. Trappers defense leads to an extra possession. Jackson Appelt with 6 now. Isaiah Baraha with it up top. Howard comes over and gets it. Far wing, Appelt, a 3 for the lead, you bet! 3 triples by Jackson Appelt, all in the quarter. And the Trappers take a 2-point lead. Drive, shot, no good by McCann. Rebound, Livengood. Far side, off the dribble. Ball loose. Livengood had it roll out to him. And a drive and a foul on the floor. Aberdeen leading Mark Morris 20-18 at the half. Thank you so much, Rudy63. Livengood for 2. Right now, the Fort Vancouver Trappers are on fire. 34-30. Wickstrom gets it to McCann. Double teamed. McCann needs some help. He gets it. Thompson goes backside. Perry didn't catch it clean. And then he double dribbled, and Perry can't believe it. Turnover. 58 seconds left in the second quarter. Fort with the lead, and they can burn some of this clock. This is Howard being guarded by Hood. Appelt got to guard him close, and Wickstrom guards him too close and commits a foul. It'll be the last foul to give in the quarter for Henry Wickstrom and Ridgefield. It's Wickstrom's first, and Malik Underwood checking in for Gavin Perry. Live and good, being guarded by Underwood. Up and under, tries to throw a dangerous pass near side. It's tipped, nearly stolen. Baraja with it. Baraja kicks far wing. Pelt another three! 4 threes in the quarter for Jackson Appelt. Pass underneath, Underwood misses it. Ball out of bounds. It'll stay here. A 7-point Trappers lead all of a sudden with 11.3 left in the quarter. Inbound lobbed in to Underwood. Hood comes and gets it. A foul committed. It's going to be the final foul to give for Fort. 6.9 seconds left. Shot clock off. No free throws here. And a sub, Guy Starks, checking in. And Live and Good will check out. Smart play there by the coaching staff to get Live and Good off the floor to avoid picking up a third foul here with 6 seconds left. Inbound, nearly thrown away. Last touched by Smith Miles. And apparently the clock didn't move an inch, still at 6.9. I think that they gotta take something off, like 6.4, 6.3, 6.6 they got. Okay, so they took 3/10 off for that. Thompson inbounds it. McCann jabs right, finds some space, open three, just short, he liked it. Baraja, I don't know if he got it off in time, he almost hit it. That's gonna do it here for the first half of action. Fort Vancouver erupts for 25 points in the second quarter. They outscored Ridgefield by 15 in the frame. They take a 7-point lead into the break. 37-30. Fans, this is where you can find us on all of our social media outlets. Currently streaming on Facebook and YouTube. We also post our game links and some other stuff there on Twitter. So be sure you're following us. And for the halftime entertainment, the Ridgefield cheerleaders. The Ridgefield cheerleaders, just over 8 minutes until the start of the second half. We're going to take an audio timeout, and we'll be back here just a little bit to Ridgefield High School. 37-30, Fort Vancouver with the lead. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are live here from the Hot Potato in Ridgefield, where the score is Fort Vancouver 37, Ridgefield 30. Nick Sisson here on behalf of N2 Media, as always. Had a chance to go down and take a look at the score sheets officially, according to the official books at least. Fort Vancouver led by the 16 points of Leighton Livengood. And then Jackson Appelt with 12 on 4 made threes, all in the second quarter. Guy Starks with 5, Brino Masami with 3, and then Veniamin Koval with 1. 37 total for Fort Vancouver in the first half. And then for the Ridgefield Spudders, they're led by the 10 points of Malik Underwood, followed by 7 for Henry Wickstrom, 6 for Jamison McCann, who's been really held down by his scoring numbers and standards over the last season and a half plus. Talon Hood with 5, and then Gavin Perry with 2. 30 total for the Ridgefield Spudders in the first half. But a whole nother half of basketball here in Ridgefield, the new home to In-N-Out Burger. 16 apiece in Monday Night Football. I just checked my fantasy, and I'm going to lose spectacularly, but your boy is in the postseason. I'm one of those Devin Achan owners, so yeah, hoping that he's okay, because I need him badly next week. Back to action here. Ridgefield basketball, trailing it by 7. They go baseline in the corner. Nice feed, Underwood. He has just had a great game so far. 12 points for him, and the lead cut down to 5, and it's stolen back immediately by McCann. McCann loses his footing, tripped up, they say. So Ridgefield will inbound it. Got former Ridgefield Spudder, at least it's according to the account name, Mr. Drew Kerschel says Jamo Legacy half incoming. And he's already had some really good games in his career, you know, Drew. And no one would know probably more than you and the other former athletes here at Ridgefield High School. So many of you that I've had a chance to see over the years. I even broke out the old Ridgefield N2 intro for this one, as we've got a turnaround shot hit by McCann, and immediately lead cut down to 3. A 4-0 run to start the third quarter. McCann with 8. Livengood working on Perry. Perry cuts off the baseline beautifully. Tough fade. Livengood has it rattle out. Rebound far side block by Wickstrom, and he pushes it up ahead. Now off the wing, McCann fouled on the shot, and he's going to head to the free throw line for 2 more for Ridgefield. I love the comment interaction, by the way, so you guys all feel free to type in your thoughts, prayers, hopes, screams. Jordy.Green says that Drew Kerschel's a legend himself, as McCann misses on the first. Second free throw is swished in for McCann. 9 now for him. Far side wing, still with his dribble. Baraha has it stripped by Perry, but they're going to get a foul, and Perry again, animated facial expression there, thinks he didn't do anything wrong, and doesn't really matter at this point. The official blew the whistle, and it's going to be a foul on Perry, his third, and Talon Hood up off the bench quickly to go and get Perry. And head coach Buffum just telling Perry to keep his head up there, and that he probably didn't commit that foul, so we got to shake it off and be ready when I get you back out there. Underwood guarding Livenwood here, or Livengood, excuse me, and his shot no good. A lot of goods and woods. And another trip, this one inadvertent, they say. Ridgefield recovers under the basket. McCann blocked on the shot. Underwood recovers, though. Shot clock did not reset. A 3 by Hood. Short follows his shot, and he's fouled. Kids at home watching. That's what you do when you shoot a 3, is you don't hop step back the other direction. You follow your miss, and then you put it back up and in. But this case, it's a foul. 37-35, chance to tie here for Hood. And, Hood has the first rattle out. Hood, a 6-foot senior with 5 points so far in the contest. And a second also rattles out, just a little bit short. Quick the other way, shot by Howard, no good. Contact on the shot. Foul is going to be on number 10, Talon Hood. That is, I believe, his second foul. It's the second team foul as Howard will line up the first free throw for Fort Vancouver, and he hits the first. Howard on the score sheet for the first time with that free throw. Officials pointing in the direction of something on the far side of the floor, and Wickstrom jogging over to the bench area. And there's some blood on the back of the jersey, it looks like, of Wickstrom, unless he had a hot dog and spilled some ketchup. So they're going to do some investigating here to see who might be bleeding. They're looking at Howard right now, and Howard did leave the game with an injury earlier, so they're looking at him. He's at the free throw line right now, taped up, and there's two officials inspecting. I don't know what the ruling would be with him shooting free throws. Looks like they're going to say that it's not him. 6:17 to go third quarter, by the way. 38-35 your score. And Howard hits. So 2 points now for Howard, and the lead pushed back up to 4. Ball tapped loose from behind. Outlet back up ahead quickly. And those 2 points were all Isaiah Baraha, who's got his first bucket. Tapped the ball away from behind, stayed back and got it, and then he comes in and gets this steal, outlets it up ahead. A pelt blocked by Underwood. Outlet up ahead, Ridgefield with it. Underwood fires under the basket, near block to McCann, and McCann with 2. Drive baseline, a pelt near side, foul called. Shot with the left was no good, but contact coming across. And the officials are getting in there real quick to make sure that there's no extracurricular. And it's going to go against Underwood, his second personal. At the line, Jackson Appelt now with 13. His first free throw, back up to a 5-point lead. And we're going to get whistles. Checking the books here, making sure everything is according to plan. Free throw no good by Appelt this time. McCann brings it across after the board. Landon Apple moving it top of the circle. Hood gets by 1, finds Underwood. A 14-footer is cash. He has just been money tonight for Ridgefield, down to a 3-point lead. Pick and roll. Good job by Hood coming over and cutting it off. Pass underneath. Underwood intercepts. 2 trappers in the backcourt trying to bother him. Advances it up with a pass. Rotation. Thompson for 3 in the tie. No. Underwood rebounds. Throws it up from 10 on a turnaround shot. No good. Live and Good brings it up after the board. Live and Good has it stripped momentarily by Apple. Ball gets kicked and rotated all the way to the far corner off the side of the backboard with that 3 is Howard. Howard grabbing at the elbow after that. Doesn't get back. Pelt does, climbs the ladder and rejects it out of bounds. It'll stay here with Ridgefield though. .437 left here, third quarter. Back into the ball game, Nathan Moriarty and also Bruno Masami. .19 on the shot clock. McCann catch and shoot. No. Howard with the rebound. And Howard came down awkwardly, stays behind the play. Now he sprints back into the picture. And an illegal screen on Moriarty is going to give the ball back to Ridgefield. .4:19 to go, third quarter. Into the ball game, Amari Smith-Miles. Thompson, bounce pass to the foul line to Wickstrom. McCann comes over, rises up, 16-footer, no good. Follows the shot after it's kept alive by Perry. New life here on this possession. 4 minutes left, and the McCann pulls the trigger again. Ball tapped, controlled by Fort. Masami draws two defenders and kicks. Baraha for three. .45-39. Perry passes near side. New Jersey for Wickstrom. Shot no good. Wickstrom into contact. Foul on the floor, they say, against Fort Vancouver. 3:13 to go. Trappers by 6. Trappers looking for a travel. Head coach James Jones doing the hand signal over here. Now giving the official a little bit of his feedback. And Wickstrom almost airballed that one. He's into the ball game now wearing number 20. Malik Underwood checks back into the game for Tyler Thompson. Baraha sitting down as the free throw is rattled home by Wickstrom. Now 3 for 4 from the foul line. Wickstrom with 8. And contact on the shot going up there was a pelt, and he's going to head to the line for Fort Vancouver. And it's on McCann, his third. So 2 away from disqualification now is Jamison McCann. Five-point game. And they're going to wipe up the sweat that was the result of a couple bodies hitting the floor. A pelt misses off the front. Much slower pace here in the third quarter in the scoring column. A pelt hits the second, back out to a 6-point lead. And that pass is intercepted and stolen. Going up and scoring is a pelt. Back out to an 8-point lead. Dangerous pass nearly stolen. McCann, no. Offensive rebound, Perry puts it back up and in. Big bucket there. Ridgefield keeping this one within striking distance, 48-42. 4 points for Perry. Moriarty gets to the elbow. They're calling a illegal screen on Fort Vancouver. 16 now for Jackson Appelt, by the way. And McCann into the backcourt will bring it up. Far side ball stolen back. Appelt leads the break. Up ahead, Moriarty into contact. Misses the shot, but will head to the line. Wickstrom called for the foul. So here's Moriarty at the free throw line. Scoreless so far in the ball game. And the junior's first is in. (49-42). Into the ball game is Guy Starks, the fourth, checking in for a Pelt. Pelt was scoreless in the first quarter, 16 since then. Moriarty's second is good. 50-42. Screen up top. Wickstrom from the elbow, airballs it out of bounds. Wickstrom has got 2 fouls. That was a question in the comment section. I just didn't randomly say that for no reason. Baraha enters it down low. Live and good. Kicks. Moriarty had to scoot over to catch it. Might have altered the shot, but he follows his shot, goes up again, misses. Ball out of bounds, last touched by Wickstrom. Got to credit Guy Starks for flying in there and bothering that rebound attempt. Inbound, far corner, Live and good. Back to the basket, double team, throws up a wild shot, but he's going to get bailed out. Underwood does not agree. Free throws coming here for Live and good. And that foul gone. Malik Underwood is third. So Malik Underwood and Jamison McCann with 3 apiece. Live and good has not scored so far in the quarter, and that remains true after the first free throw is no good. Second on the way and good. First point of the third quarter or second half, and it's a 9-point lead. Pass all the way back to the near side here. McCann, no, he's had a tough shooting night. Live and good with the rebound. Takes it up himself. Misses a wild shot. McCann with the rebound, trying to get out and push. Wolf from behind, taps it loose, and it's going to stay here with Ridgefield after it's tapped out of bounds. 1:02 left here in the third quarter. Thompson inbounds it. Perry wide open, passes it up. Wickstrom at the top, goes to the corner. McCann drives inside, tries a shorter shot, misses it short, gets his own rebound into contact, and he's going to head to the line. So even though that McCann is having a tough shooting night, shooters do shoot, and he does get to the free throw line. This is a great place to be to kind of get your rhythm going. Score update from Rudy63 in the YouTube comment section. Says Mark Morris on top of Aberdeen, 33-30 after 3 quarters as McCann swishes home the first free throw. Now 12 in the game, cuts it down to 8. And the second is good. Nobody stops the ball, but the ball just gets away from Moriarty. Moriarty tries to get some help, gets it to Howard. Howard drives and kicks. Far side, Baraha to the elbow. Live and good. Goes back, Baraha, wing 3! Nothing but net for Isaiah Baraha. And it's a 10-point lead for Fort Vancouver. Their largest of the game. All the way out near the logo, McCann. Ball lost out of bounds off Wickstrom, they say. 7 seconds left. Baraha with 8 now in the ball game, and now the official coming over and having a conversation with the baseline official. And they're going to change this call, and they're going to say off of Fort Vancouver. So Ridgefield will get another shot at it here with 7 seconds to go in the quarter. Lob goes into Perry, now to Underwood. Now McCann. His three off the mark. Baraha with the rebound, and that is going to do it. Fort Vancouver still out in front here. They extend their lead from 7 to 10 heading into the fourth quarter of action. Ridgefield struggling to find the bottom of the net here from anything outside of the paint. They're just not really shooting the ball very well. On the other side, the Fort Vancouver Trappers shooting the basketball extremely well. Fans, thank you so much for joining us here tonight and all season long. Anytime that we're live, we do appreciate your support, and we could always use the support to keep the lights on, so to speak, but we are open for donations. We've got a couple already sent in, so $5, $10, $25, $35, $45, whatever. No, just teasing. Anything helps, guys. Appreciate it. Venmo preferred, PayPal acceptable, at N2 Media, super easy, at N2 Media. $5 to get in and watch physically, free to watch from home. Thank you guys all so much for your support. We're going to be here starting the fourth quarter of action now. Fort Vancouver will have the basketball, and they've got the lead now, 54-44. Leighton Livengood with 17. Jackson Appelt with 16, your top scorers in the ball game, both for the Fort Vancouver Trappers, who are 1-1 on the season. Double team up top. Drive to the hoop, shot no good. Rebound Ridgefield. McCann, nice pass, Underwood, double pump fake, goes up and scores. Great night again for Underwood. Great find there by McCann. And we're gonna get a bump on the drive as Appelt was looking to penetrate. So an early foul committed by Ridgefield and Henry Wickstrom, his third. Underwood will check out. Far side, Masami with it. And picks up his dribble, being guarded by McCann, gets rid of it. Starks gets it to Livengood. Livengood pulls the trigger from three, short. Long rebound, Perry grabs it right near the foul line. Ridgefield, chance to cut into the deficit. Reach in the backcourt. Getting it across is McCann. McCann, long euro into the lane, misses that one. Perry goes up, blocked by Livengood. It looked clean, but it's going to be a foul on Livengood. I do think that that's going to be his fourth personal, and we should get free throws now for Perry. And it is his fourth personal. Except Underwood's got 4. I don't know if I think they gave it to the wrong guy. I think they gave the foul to Malik Underwood on the score table. So they're going to need to fix that. That would not be good for them, as Perry hits the first. He's got 5 now in the ball game. And the second rattles in. Whistle and a sub. Underwood back into the game. Looks like they did not get that foul on Livengood. It looks like they've got it on Guy Starks. And that appears to be his fourth. So I think that's what the confusion was at the score table. Masami moves it, Baraha. Baraha ran off the three-point line, dribbles back out to it. Feed on the baseline, spinning off of Underwood is Livengood. Livengood blocked by Underwood. Wickstrom with it. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Bounce pass feed up ahead. McCann just misses it. Had a chance at the and one. He's going to think about that one, but he's going to go to the free throw line. Ridgefield, again, starting strong here in the quarter on a 4-0 run. And the first is good from Jamison McCann. McCann now with 13. Misses. Rebound Thompson gets it to McCann. A 14-footer rattles out again. Tough shooting night for Jamison McCann. He's got some good looks. Live and good. Off the window and in. That is a very, very good move. Corner three, Hood. No. Long rebound. Saved. No. It's last touch by Fort. Some miscommunication over there. There was Baraha and Howard over there, and Howard was going to let it go and then thought maybe I touched it and tried to save it. 56-49 the score. Inbound gets to McCann. McCann jabs off the defender, rises up, short again. Perry rebounds it, blocked by Live and Good. Ball loose, and it's finally brought in by Appelt, who's looking to get out in transition. Long steps, foul call going up. Appelt will head to the free throw line for two. Jackson Appelt with 16 points. And again, the Trappers helping out over there along the baseline to wipe up the sweat, perspiration. 5 minutes, 39 seconds left here in this ball game. And the first is no good. Appelt unable to hit. Still a 7-point game. Second free throw is good. 57-49 now. Ball lost out of bounds by Thompson. Pressure defense by Howard leads to the turnover. Baraha head fakes from three, drives, has it stripped. Turnover. Ridgefield looking to push. 2-on-2 break into contact. Counted and one for Malik Underwood. Huge bucket for Ridgefield. Chance at some extra credit here too. 18 for Malik Underwood. 6-point game, 5:12 to go. Wickstrom going to check back in. Thompson checking out of the ball game. And Underwood connects. His good night continues. And we're going to get a 30-second charge timeout. Ridgefield. How about the night Underwood is having? 19 in the ball game. Drew says Malik wants to win that MVP. You know it. We got to do it. Cowlitz PUD player of the game. We will announce it. Your votes matter. I mean, I need some help sometimes because I see so much of the game. I forget a lot of it along the way. You know, there's always critical plays and critical moments where someone steps up and leads their team, and you overlook some performances at times. I can't really overlook what Malik Underwood has done, but usually it's the winning team that gets the MVP. So right now, Jackson Appelt and Leighton Livengood are probably the leaders in the clubhouse for Fort Vancouver. That could be a tough decision if the Trappers are able to hold on and get the road win here in Ridgefield. Fort's ball poked loose, and here's McCann. 1-on-1, 1-on-2. and he sidesteps one and scores a huge bucket. It's just a 3-point game now. Defense leading to offense for Ridgefield. Masami closed out on hard. It doesn't matter. Masami hits, gets it right back. Huge result. Back out to a 5-point lead. Trapped here along the sideline, Pass inside. Back out, a deep three is good from Henry Wickstrom. Now it's a 2-point game. Cross up, stumbling back up, Pelt puts the defender on skates. Timeout. 62-57, Jackson Appelt with his 5th three in the ball game. What a move by Appelt, the in and out dribble, step back, the defender stumbles, man down, knock it down, 62-57, 4:07 to go. 20 points for Jackson Appelt. Wickstrom with 11, by the way, after his made three. Oh, I dropped my pencil right there. I'm sorry. That's what it was. Thank you. I'm sorry about that. My pencil went flying and hit a fan. They didn't look happy. 4:07 left. Ridgefield gets it across after the double team. A three by Wickstrom. No good. Live and good with the rebound. Baraha, far side, moves it ahead. Appelt dribbling it back out. Howard skips it, far wing. Baraha has the shot clock starting to wind down, feeds it inside. Live and good, forces it up, airballed. Rebound Perry. Ball out of control from Wickstrom, recovered, far corner three is good for Jamison McCann, and it's a 2-point game. 62-60, and we're going to get a foul. It's going to go against Ridgefield. All of a sudden, McCann working himself up to 18 unofficially. 19-19 in the Monday Night Football game. I don't care. My fantasy's cooked this week, Jake. But it sounds like it's a good, awful game. Inbound goes to Live and good. Shoulders into contact. Leaves it short. Perry does a good job holding his ground and rebounds it. Spudders can tie or take the lead with a bucket. McCann gets it. 2:45 to go here. McCann off the dribble. Goes up, right hand, leaves it short. Underwood follows and ties it. 62 apiece. What a ball game here at the Hot Potato. Masami with it, being guarded by McCann. Howard rotates it. Appelt one-on-one with Underwood. Gives it up. Masami for three in the lead. No. Rebound, Perry. Ridgefield can take the lead with any basket. Masami gambles. Man down. Perry slows it up. Underwood with it. Gets it to McCann. 11 on the shot clock. McCann goes to work on Appelt. Jumps back. Airballs it. Perry throws it in. It's off Live and good. Now I don't think it hit the rim, so the shot clock does not reset. There's the scoreboard in the top right corner. 1:50 to go, 62-62. 6 seconds on the shot clock. It'll be Tyler Thompson to inbound it. Lobs it, and it gets in. McCann's got to go. McCann steps back. A tough three on the way, off the rim and the backboard. Last touched by Thompson, out of bounds far side. 1:42 left. Could we be looking at a potential overtime game? Masami will bring it up. Ball tapped loose into the backcourt. Appelt goes and gets it. Appelt inside, hangs, left hand is good. Trappers reclaim the lead. Appelt now with 22. Out of the corner, Thompson gets it up. Wickstrom finds McCann. McCann on live and good. Gets the step in around him and scores. And we got a whistle and a timeout, Ridgefield. 64 apiece with 57.8 to go. Again, fans, great game going on here. Think of your host. Consider a donation. Venmo at N2 Media. I need about $350. 64-64. Jamison McCann now has 20 after that made bucket. Malik Underwood with 21. Wickstrom with 11. 3 players in double figures so far for Ridgefield. Jackson Appelt leading the way with 22. All scorers in the game. Leighton Livengood with 19. And Isaiah Baraha with 8. .8 seconds left in this one. Great game for the new score bug. Not sure where we're at in terms of how many timeouts we got. I'm not going to get that serious about it. It'll be Fort Vancouver basketball all knotted up at 64. Masami will bring it up into the front court. Now dribbles, hands off near wing, circling back to the top. Appelt goes far side. Baraha ran off the three-point line. Ball tapped out of bounds. Last touch by Ridgefield. .17 on the shot clock. Inbound goes far side. Appelt gets around the defender, challenges Underwood, and Underwood, I think, committed the foul here unless they think that he was kind of undercut, and now the officials are talking about it. There was another spud right near the play, trailing it. Might have been Thompson, and I think they're also maybe talking about whether it's a shot or if it's on the floor. Each team with only 3 team fouls, so if it's on the floor, it's going to be on the trailer. Tyler Thompson picks up the foul, and I do think it's going to be free throws. And it is. And head coach Jason Buffum over here wanting to get an explanation, and he's kind of wincing, saying, I don't know if he was actually going up there. Nonetheless, with 43 seconds left, Jackson Appelt at the free throw line connects on the first. 23 unofficial points for Appelt, and the Trappers reclaim a 1-point lead. Jacob Williams says Gavin Perry having a great game as well. 100% Jacob. Appelt's second is also good. So it's a 2-point Fort Vancouver lead. 24 now for Appelt. Thompson trying to shake off the defender, gets it into the front court. Has it poked loose, and he turns it over. Thompson puts the jersey over his face. Can't believe it. 36 seconds left. Tough situation, a lot of dribbling there. Got to try to give it up and get into the offense. Appelt with it. Is Ridgefield going to foul? Appelt does not recognize the situation. Challenges the defender, misses the shot. Now out in front, Underwood ties it up. Big mistake by Jackson Appelt. Allows Ridgefield to tie it. Ball loose in the backcourt. 14 seconds to go. Fort can call a timeout and can call a set. They're going to let it play. 9 seconds to go. Tied at 66. Appelt with it, being guarded by Thompson. Step back three for the lead. Airballed. 1.5 to go. Appelt wanted to make up for his mistake. Instead, commits another. 1.5 left. Timeout on the floor. One unbelievable game here between Fort Vancouver and Ridgefield. The Trappers have a foul to give. In this situation, you probably don't even want to commit it. Ridgefield has got 4. They cannot award free throws for any type of an offensive foul here unless it's, I think, away from the ball. So Ridgefield's got to mind their manners. Drew says get Henry Wick the ball from half court and he's going to hit it. Ooh, bold. Jacobs calling for the Jammo game winner. Jacob Williams. That sounds like the Seton Catholic running back, Jacob Williams. I could be wrong, though. I'm sure there's more than one Jacob Williams out there. Who knows? 66 apiece. First to 6-7 wins if it's in regulation. 1.5. Inbounding is Thompson, and then they hit the horn for some reason. It's confusing everybody. There is a 5-second call, and the ball's loose, and it's at half court, and we've got a whistle with 0.4 to go, and they've got a timeout granted. So the advancement and a timeout. So we do have a realistic shot now. They're going to go and add 2/10. Landon Kelsey, oh my goodness, wow. We got all the alums out here. So 0.6 is on the clock now. That is eerie, though. 66 with 0.6 on the clock. I got to get out of here. I feel like I'm in hell. But really, though, this is a hell of a game. Unbelievable right now. Both these teams showing that they're very quality basketball teams. Whoever loses this one's going to be just fine. Ridgefield making it to the regional round last season. Fort Vancouver as well in the 1A. Both teams eyeing another return trip to the regional round at the bare minimum. Drew says Henry was going to hit that. I take your word for it, buddy. I did say 6-7, Brandy. Wickstrom's going to inbound it, so Kershaw, your pick is invalid now. They can lob it and catch and shoot. Who are they going to go to? McCann in the corner. Catches. It's good if it goes, and it's off. Overtime here in Ridgefield. They got a good look out of it. You can't really be too upset with that. I don't know if I've even had an overtime basketball game before on N2 Media. I'm fairly certain that I haven't. I know I had the very first overtime football game this year. What a ball game here, folks. Ridgefield has come all the way back from a 10-point deficit. They went into the quarter trailing by 10. They ended up outscoring Fort Vancouver, of course, by 10 to get here. 22-12, Ridgefield outscoring the Trappers in that final period of regular. Jackson Appelt with 24. Malik Underwood with 21, Jamison McCann with 20. Those are your big scorers right now. Perry to jump against a pelt. And Perry wins the tip. Thompson controls, moves it into the front court, whistles. And they need to start the shot clock. 25 on the shot clock. What about the Potato Bowl? Yeah. Landon's in his first year of college. That's awesome. God, I still remember when you were a freshman. McCann, no good. Rebound, live and good. Stark up ahead. Live and good. Passes up a three. Spins. Has it roll off. McCann with the board. Penetration. Wickstrom just missed it. McCann misses the putback. His second putback attempt is off the mark, but he's fouled and will head to the line. 3:21 left here in the overtime. It's a 4-minute OT as McCann gives Ridgefield their first lead, I believe, since the second quarter. And the previous foul was on Guy Starks, the fourth, and he is disqualified. That's his fifth. And now they're checking the books to make sure. Making sure that they've got a scorekeeper for each team here, obviously. So they're still having a conversation on whether or not Starks is actually disqualified. And they're also talking about team fouls as well. So they just took a team foul off of the board for Ridgefield. So they've got 4 team fouls for Fort. As McCann patiently awaits and hits the free throw. 68-66. Kick ball. It's going to stay here, new shot clock. .22 for McCann after the free throws, by the way. A 3 for the lead, no good by Baraja. McCann rebounds, fancy dribbling, picks it up, double team, needs some help, gets it. Underwood now near side, gets it across the timeline. Drive, player falls down. Wickstrom for 3, nothing but net. It's a 5-point lead. Henry Wickstrom with another triple. Appelt moves it up. This is Moriarty. Moriarty picks up his dribble. Appelt to get it back. You betcha. Nothing but net on the other end. (71-69). Oh, I put the 3 up for the wrong team on the other one. My bad. McCann gets it to go. 73-69, and we've got some other stuff. Players colliding. I got to get this thing figured out here. So we've got 69 there and then 73 there. Okay, now we're ready to go. How many points does who have, Sereno? I know, Jordy. It's hard. I'm doing a camera play-by-play and doing this all the time. So, yeah. I got it. 73-69. They're keeping the right score here at the gym. I promise you that. Masami, top of the circle, being guarded by Thompson. 1:50 to go. Appelt pushes off, no call. Misses the shot. Created some space there with the offhand. Got a good look. Dribble drive, Wickstrom collapses on himself, finds a bucket by Underwood. That did not look very good for Wickstrom as he got kind of caught up, but the floor is super slippery. Ben's out there trying to do his best work to mop it up, but Underwood with another bucket. He's got 23 in the game. 75-69. 1:34 to go. Ben Moore working hard. Number 20 for Ridgefield. Wickstrom's got 14 in the game. What a ball game. Ben Moore out there working the Swiffer. A lot of lighthearted trash talk going on in the YouTube comment section. I love it. Back to action here. Fort needs some points in a quick amount of time. Skip far side. Appelt catches a three. No good. Ball loose. Controlled by Perry. Big board. And now a dangerous pass. Appelt goes up for the and one. Oh my gosh. Jackson Appelt, throw it down, young man. Oh, wow. I believe he threw that on Wickstrom. Oh, no. Wow. Oh. Oh, my gosh. Caught a body, and the free throw is good. Time out. I have got to go back and cut up that one. 75-72 with a minute 12 left. It looked like things were bleak for Fort Vancouver after that Perry rebound, but then the outlet too far up the far sideline. Appelt comes back, and he had his head above the rim, I swear. So, my God. Appelt with 27. Is it worth more? Oh, I cannot believe that. Oh, poor Henry. Landed with just the face emoji that looks like wow. Oh, Jackson Appelt, man. You're kidding me, right? Flexed over to the bench. I love that comment by Jordy Green. Not even mad. Can I get a replay? I wish. I'm not that talented. I don't have that equipment. We're lucky we're getting this right now. That could be ESPN Top 10. I'll send it to him. Oh, I can barely contain myself right now here in the overtime. Unbelievable stuff. These two teams really getting after it here tonight. A long wait here. The officials checking with stuff on the score table. So they had Wickstrom with his 5th foul after the dunk by Appelt. That's not the way you want to go out, but Henry has had a good game. 14 points unofficially. So it's McCann, Thompson, Hood, Underwood, and Perry out there late in the game, and a lot of pressure. Ball nearly thrown away, and it is! And a foul immediately. No traveling! Oh my goodness, and the Fort Vancouver fans can't believe it. Everybody jumping out of their seats. Sam Howard can't believe it. Side out, far side. McCann gets it into Perry. Hands it back off to McCann. McCann doubled, squeezes through them both. Hop step, finds Underwood, shouldering into contact, and it's a block. It looked like an offensive foul. Oh, shouldering right into the chest. And it's going to be free throws, I think, for Underwood. I think they're over the limit. They've got 5 team fouls up there for Ridgefield, if you could see that up in the corner of the screen there. And I think it's going to be 5 on Fort. I think they just added it to the wrong side. So we're going to scoot over here. Ben says the refs are taking over. Jacob says I paid the ref $20 for that call. Oh, tough break for Fort, a couple plays in a row. Underwood hits the first. Underwood's got 24, McCann's got 24. How do you guys find the way to separate their performances? Liam says, you're right, J-Toast. Oh, Liam, former Fort Vancouver Trapper. I know. It's painful. I'm not biased. I swear. That looks like a charge. Free throw good. Back out to a 5-point lead. Masami gives it up. Rotation. Live and good for a 3. Looks long. It's airballed, and they're trying to box it out. It's saved, though. Masami gets it. Looking for some help. Throws it underneath, and it's a Pelt who goes up and scores. Of course he does. 3-point game, 32 seconds to go. More than likely, Fort's going to have to trap here and then foul. And the ball's kicked nearly, comes up here and hits the camera. Into your living room. Last touched by Fort with 24.2. It did not get across the timeline. But I think they say it was kicked. Yes, it was. So shot clock reset, so everything's all good. Now Fort's going to have to foul. Ridgefield does not need to shoot. The trap over far side. Timeout from the bench by head coach Jason Buffum. 17.7 to go, so an inbound will give Fort some life. Chance to possibly steal an inbound pass or get a hand on the ball immediately. Still a lot of time left here. I mean, 17 seconds doesn't sound like a lot, but in this game, it's an eternity. Kershaw wants to know how many turnovers does each team have. A lot. Jeez Louise, what a game. Game of the year already? Non-league? Buff saves the day. I mean, hasn't been saved yet. Gotta be honest with you. Fans, I'm sorry. I know I got to do it real quick here, but it's been such a great game. You got to love me by now. Consider a donation again at N2 Media. Free for you, costly for me. Neither team could foul without free throws being awarded to the other. And Ridgefield's going to go stack. And it's a bounce pass low. Whistle out of bounds. Turnover. Underwood's foot was on the sideline. Fort is going to call a timeout. What'd I tell you? I don't know who Jimmer is. Throw the challenge flag. They can't. No replay. Oh, Jimmer is Buff's kid. Yeah, well, I think the answer is 5 years, 4 years, but I don't know. A pelt one-on-one is what Kelly Van Fleet calling for. 16 seconds exactly. Inbound goes to Howard. Howard into the front court. Handoff. Masami. A lot of time going off here. Now it's Baraha. Gets a high screen. Drops it off. A three for the tie. Airballed out of bounds. A pelt does not touch it. 2.7 left in the ball game. It was an open shot for Livengood, but you just didn't hit it. And he is hanging his head. Inbound goes to McCann, and McCann is fouled immediately with 1.6 left, so it ain't over yet. McCann's got work to do on the other end. Gotta hit one of these. 77-74. And Ridgefield's not even gonna try to contest the rebound. I don't know. So I think it's always good to not let him catch it clean, but gotta hit one. No. Announcer's jinx. But now Ridgefield is gonna kind of bring up some players not on the blocks. McCann. Hits. Ball game. Good if it goes, and it's no good. What a ball game here. An overtime win for the Ridgefield Spudders. Erase a 10-point deficit heading into the fourth quarter, and they make a few more plays down the stretch to defeat a very game and a very good Fort Vancouver Trappers team. Your final score in this one, 78-74. Jamison McCann unofficially with 25 points, the leading scorer for the Ridgefield Spudders. Jackson Appelt unofficially 27, leading all scorers in the ball game. But some stuff that happened in this game that it was important. There was a moment where Fort Vancouver had the lead in the fourth quarter, and they did not need to attack the basket. They could have ran some timeout, and Jackson Appelt ended up finding an opening and drove it right down the middle of the lane and went up with a layup and missed it. That opened up a chance for Ridgefield to come back and tie the ball game up, and without having to put the Trappers on the free throw line at all. And then there were some big shots, of course, down the stretch by both teams. Jamison McCann overcoming a very tough shooting night. Malik Underwood with 24. Those two guys are going to have to battle it out for player of the game. Play of the game, absolutely no doubt. The steal and the rock-a-ca-ca for big man Jackson Appelt, who's not really listed as a big man, but he really got up and threw it down over Henry Wickstrom. Wickstrom's going to be having nightmares tonight about that, but the good news is that he'll wake up and he'll remember that his team got the win here tonight. Final score in this one, once again, 78-74. Ridgefield improves to 3-1 on the year, and Fort Vancouver falls to 1-2. Fans, this is going to bring us here to the Cowlitz PUD post-game show. Cowlitz PUD providing customers safe, reliable, cost-effective hydroelectricity since 1936. Welcome back here to the Cowlitz PUD post-game show. We're going to try to get the totals accurate, and I'm going to need some votes for player of the game. Your final, again, 78-74 in overtime. I'm going to total up the final points here in the OT, and then we'll talk a little bit about it. Ridgefield outscores the Trappers 12-8 in the overtime to get the win. So unofficial score totals here. First for the victors: Jamison McCann 25, Malik Underwood with 24, Henry Wickstrom with 14, and fouled out of the ball game, Talon Hood with 5, Gavin Perry with 6. Gavin Perry did a lot more than just score 6 points here tonight, because the big man on the other side, Leighton Livengood, he got off to a fantastic start in this ball game. He ends up with 19, but Perry did a great job not fouling and really making life difficult in the second half for Livengood. Livengood had a couple good looks from 3, just couldn't find the range. Jackson Appelt, he started the game slow, was scoreless in the first quarter. And let's see, I got 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. I got 32 for Appelt, excuse me. So my guerrilla math wasn't very great. That could be correct. It might not be correct. I don't know. But I wrote 32, so it must be correct. Isaiah Baraha with 8. Guy Starks with 3. Brino Masami with 3. Sam Howard with 2. Nathan Moriarty with 2. And Vinayaman Kaval with 1. Your unofficial scoring tonight for Fort Vancouver. Votes for player of the game. Jordy Green says hard to not give it to Malik. Yeah, I think so. I think that Malik Underwood is the clear player of the game here tonight. Obviously, I like to have the audience assist me. I think that you guys are on the right track, though, with that. Malik really carried the load for the better part of the ball game. Jamison McCann did finish with 1 point more on a lot more shot attempts. Ultimately, one can't do it without the other out there. But Underwood shot a really high percentage. He grabbed a lot of offensive rebounds, second chance points, did a good job defensively as well. Yeah, the junior really kind of a coming out party, if you ask me. I mean, I'm not going to say he struggled last year. I think that that's a bit of an overstatement, but definitely a learning process for him to kind of get used to varsity action and kind of find the shooting stroke, find his range. And tonight he did a great job of doing that. I think that if you're head coach Jason Buffum, seeing him kind of get off early and menace in different spots on the court, make life very difficult for just about everybody on Fort Vancouver underneath the basket. I mean, he was a guy that you had to box out. Perry as well. I mean, they both really kept a lot of basketballs alive for some offensive rebounds. There was really no quit, though, tonight in Ridgefield in this comeback win. I say comeback because at the first quarter, Ridgefield led it 20-12. They got off to a really good start thanks to Underwood and company. And second quarter was all Trappers, 25-10. Jackson Appelt with 12, in that quarter alone, all on made threes. And that was just the beginning for him. Fort Vancouver led it 37-30 at the break. They extended that lead by 3 heading into the fourth. They led it 54-44 heading into the fourth, and then a 10-point difference in Ridgefield's favor. A 22-12 fourth quarter sent this game into overtime at 66 apiece. 12-8, Ridgefield outscoring Fort in the final. Drew, I'd love to do that. I had 2 headsets crap out on me, so I need to get another one. So unfortunately, I'm not able to get the Buff interview here tonight. It's definitely something I'd like to provide for everybody. I think that he would probably be raspy tonight after the game, and I think that he would say our guys really had to fight and battle hard. So Yeah, when am I doing the next live stream? It's going to be on Friday. Mark Morris is going to be hosting Woodland. Mark Morris was on the road against Aberdeen tonight. Not sure how that game ended up. I think they were up by a couple heading into the final quarter. Aberdeen, a tough place to play at, even though that they had a tough game against R.A. Long and got running clocked. Mark Morris still trying to get their feet underneath of them, and we'll see them on Friday. Tonight's not about Mark Morris. It's about Ridgefield, and it's about Fort Vancouver. You know, Fort's really challenging themselves by playing R.A. Long and Ridgefield here in the early parts of the season. These are games that are going to help them long term. Very much a contender and a favorite in my estimation in the Trico League, and I think that they're going to be a team that can do some things in the regional round and beyond. Long way to go. We're still really early in the season here. But, man, Jackson Appelt, oh, my gosh. I mean, that young man had a phenomenal game here tonight. You know, it's the type of game to where you're really happy for yourself, but you're not happy that you didn't get the win. You know, another crucial element to the game that I'd be remiss without mentioning, you know, the final play to tie the ball game there after the turnover with 16 seconds left. Fort Vancouver was down by 3, and, you know, they had a chance to go to the bench and call a timeout and draw up a play. It did wind up in an open shot for Leighton Livengood from 3, but the guy that you really want to touch the basketball, in my estimation, didn't in Appelt. So, I mean, it's just one of them situations. I think it's just a great learning game for just about everybody. You're going to have to rely on more than one guy if you're Fort Vancouver. You know, Appelt's not going to be doing it all by himself every night. Same thing with Livengood. It's so hard to win just with a single-man show. You got to have a good team effort. Fort Vancouver's got a dynamic duo right now, and they've got some other guys that are very complimentary. Isaiah Baraha with some big shots here tonight. Brino Masami doing a great job defensively. Sam Howard doing a good job defensively. Moriarty putting in a lot of minutes out there tonight. So you got to tip your cap to Fort Vancouver. They really came out and put Ridgefield on their heels there in the second quarter. They came out and got a win, Ridgefield did, after that, and battled all the way to the end. Maybe there were a couple of gift calls from the officials down the stretch that might have influenced the final result. I'm not going to speculate. Officials do have a very tough job to do out here. For my money, Underwood's shot that went up and in late kind of looked like he lowered his shoulder into the contact. There's no restricted area in high school. So, really, I mean, if the defender's set, that should be an offensive foul. But it doesn't matter. It's an objective call. You can't really sway it one way or the other. You know, there really weren't too many charges called tonight, so it's kind of on par with how the game was officiated. It's just something that you got to keep in mind. Aberdeen wins it 50-46, according to Kelly Van Fleet. Oh, no. Tough start for Mark Morris and company. They're taking on the Woodland Beavers, the much-improved Woodland Beavers, coming up on Friday. It's time to name our official player of the game and pack up and get out of here tonight. We've got a long way to travel home, and it's been raining 1,000 inches so far. Malik Underwood with 24 unofficial points tonight is my selection, and I think the audience's selection for player of the game. Jamison McCann is, you know, going to be primed to win plenty of most valuable players this season, and I think Malik Underwood really showed that he could be somebody that Coach Buffum and company can depend on, and it's a great sign for them. And congratulations to Malik Underwood and the Ridgefield Spudders on a hard-fought win here tonight at home, 78-74 in non-league competition against the Fort Vancouver Trappers. The Spudders now 3-1 on the season. Fort Vancouver 1-2. That's going to wrap it up here from the Hot Potato in Ridgefield. Nick Sisson on behalf of Ridgefield, Fort Vancouver, and N2 Media saying so long from the Hot Potato. 78-74, player of the game, Malik Underwood. Back at it Friday night from Mark Morris High School. The Woodland Beavers taking on the Mark Morris Monarchs. Schedule tip-off at 7 o'clock. Thank you all for tuning in and the donations. Very much appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing a tremendous audience once again this Friday night. Hope you all have a great week and a safe week. And we'll see you this weekend. Take care.